The woman deliberately pretended to be electrocuted. When her husband returned home, he was horrified by what he saw. He picked her up in his arms and burst into tears. Shortly after, her friend also arrived. Seeing the woman's condition, she also fell to the ground and began crying loudly. In reality, the woman was doing all this to test her husband. Just then, her daughter touched her face and said, "Mom, is Auntie really dead?" The friend immediately scolded the girl, saying, "How many times have I told you? She's your mother." Then the woman heard her friend tell the girl, "She's the sole heir to the Wynn Group. I gave birth to you 7 years ago and exchanged you with her child, just so I could take over all her money and property." Hearing this, the woman was devastated. The child she had loved more than her life for 7 years wasn't even her real daughter. She began to wonder who her friend had fathered this child with, but then her friend slapped her hard and then, in a fit of rage, kicked her 2 or 3 times. Then she fell straight into the woman's husband's arms. They both exchanged pleasantries. The truth was now revealed. The woman burned with anger inside. Just then, the doorbell rang. Her mother-in-law and father-in-law came in, panicked, asking what was wrong with her. They told their son, "You should have supported her in everything." "What kind of support is that?" He slapped her hard. "She's your wife. You treat her like this." The woman felt as if she had found some support, but the next moment, her mother-in-law screamed in anger. She hasn't yet inherited the Van family's property. How could she die at such a time? Her husband immediately reassured her, saying, "My daughter is still registered in her name." Her mother-in-law also began searching happily. The husband said she is the only heir of the Van family. The friend smiled and said, "Yes, we should continue this drama so that her mother will happily transfer all the property to my daughter." Meanwhile, the woman's mother arrived at the house, but the guard told her that no one was home. He said that her daughter had died from electrocution. Hearing this, her world came crashing down. Meanwhile, the woman's husband and his family quickly made all the preparations for the funeral. They even began dreaming of their own victory. They had no idea that the woman was listening to everything. Now, everyone had fallen far below her standards. When some of the woman's friends arrived at the funeral, the husband deliberately started crying bitterly. It seemed so. Then the friend, too, shed fake tears and said, "We grew up together since childhood. As her friend, I will take good care of her daughter." But at the same time, she whispered in the woman's ear, "After all, Nawan is my daughter, and your real daughter must be wandering around in who knows which remote village." Hearing this, the neighborhood grabbed her hair.